squad here.
All right, everybody. Coach is going to have some introductory comments. After that, we'll open it to questions in the room here in person, and if time permits, we'll open to questions via Zoom after that. So, Coach, whenever you're ready to take it away.
Well, first of all, man, congratulations to Duke and Coach Elko. I mean, just obviously a huge win for them, and they earned it. They deserved it. And an incredibly disappointing loss. That's honestly all my years of football. I've never been a part of a game like that, ever. And been here at Clemson a long time. Since I've been the head coach, we were 58-0 when we rushed for 200 and passed for 200. That's usually a pretty good indicator. And I think in Clemson history, we were 108-0. Never lost, ever. So, but you got to finish. You got to finish. And obviously we did not do that. So many opportunities. On the 1 yard line a couple times, 1 for 4 in the red zone. Took obviously turnovers, 3 turnovers, a couple of low block kicks that really didn't even give them a chance. But again, twice 1st and goal from the 1, and we get no points. It's really disappointing, and there's really nothing else you can say about it. But again, you got to give them credit. They hung in there. They made plays. They didn't. Again, we got a lot of yards and a lot of first downs, but we didn't make the critical play when we needed to get the points. So, just a really disappointing night. Again, every indicator that you think is going to win, 229 first down, 715 on 3rd down. But it came down to red zone, 3 turnovers, and the 2 block kicks. So just incredibly disappointing, start for us. Incredibly disappointing. So, but again, congratulations to Duke, and they got a heck of a team, and they'll have a great season. And for us, not the start that we wanted, but we got to learn from it. We got to get quick turnaround. We got another game here in a couple of days, so just got to get back to work. There's put our head down. Obviously, this is incredible disappointment. Again, for the start of the season, and there's people are going to see the score and make judgment on our team. But I love this football team. I love this team, and man, I see a lot of opportunity ahead, and so we got to stay together. We got to do the routine things. We just didn't do the basic routine things in some critical situations, and that really cost us. But there's nothing we can do about it now but move forward and try to get a win this week, and just put our head down and take it one at a time, and look up, see if we can find a way to look back at the end of the season and say, hey man, that was a bad start, but we had a great finish. And so that's how we got to look at it. But just hurt for my team, because again, they played hard, they put themselves in position there, but we just had some critical mistakes, and they took advantage of it.
Would you say this is your most disappointing loss, considering how your team's self-inflicted wounds hurt you?
Oh man, they're all disappointing. Every loss I've ever had is disappointing. They're all disappointing. We hate to lose. Certainly, this is a bad way to start. And again, they're a good football team. We're not entitled to win. We got to go earn it, and we have plenty of opportunity to get control of that game on multiple occasions, and we just did. And when that's how you get beat. So how do you have 108-0, and then you lose one? Well, okay, crazy stuff happens. Turnovers, block kicks, just miscues on some basic stuff early in the game. I thought we settled in defensively there in the second half, but early in the game, we just, first game, had some missed tackles, some fundamental stuff. We had a couple of poor angles. We lost the wheel route twice on a nothing that we had prepared for. But again, I thought we settled in and we gave us plenty of opportunities, like I said, to go get control of the game and win the game. But we just couldn't get out of our own way. And, you got to finish. But again, there's nothing we can do about it now other than, try to go get a win this week and see if we can put some good momentum together.
Coach, obviously it wasn't one play that beat you tonight, but that fourth down run by Cade was a critical one.
Yeah.
What did you think about the picking up that flag, and would you like to see him maybe not slide in that situation?
Yeah. They didn't pick the flag up. The flag counted, but what happened? They made the right call. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely, that's a learning situation for Cade. He's got to get the first down, and he easily could have got the first down. But once you start the rule is once you start your slide, you're down. And so he started his slide just a little short. And so he's down, and the penalty, so it's a dead ball penalty, 15 yards, their ball, but it's an after the play penalty. So it's, they made the right call. And, but yeah, listen, Cade's going to be a great player. But he certainly got some learning stuff from tonight. And that's one that, hopefully he'll file away for not just his time here, but, the rest of his career playing football. Hopefully that's something that he'll really, really learn from. That's situational awareness and just, got to go get it.
Yeah, so I know a ton of fluky things here. As you looked at it as it was happening, did you find any matchups the way that you matched up with Duke that you came away like, I wasn't expecting that to be as tough as it was, or
No, I thought we matched up good. I mean, I thought we were going to be able to run the ball. We did. I thought we could win the matchup up front. And again, we I mean, it's almost indescribable what I just saw. I mean, it's incredibly frustrating when you have so much opportunity and just get nothing. So I didn't think there was any bad matchups or anything like that. They're good teams, they're good players, and again they hung in there. But I thought we were kind of getting control of it there in the third quarter. We just could not get out. We just needed one drive, one score, and then finally, we just. I mean, you can't just keep giving a good team opportunities. Sooner or later, they capitalized, and they did. Obviously, the turnover down there with Maffa on the one, that was huge because they, brought it all the way back and got a short field right there and punched it in. So that made it it was, I guess what did that make it 21 there? Made it 21. And, if we don't have the two chip shot missed field goals there, it's 21-13. It's still a one-score game. So just a lot of missed opportunity. But, matchup-wise, I would say the biggest disappointment was, the opening drive in of the third quarter when we got them for a TFL. I mean, we got, two of our best players, and we got them. I mean, we got him dead to rights TFL, and man, that quarterback just made a great play. I mean, he broke the tackle and went and scored. And I mean, I can't say enough about that kid. I mean, he played a great game, a lot of heart, a lot of grit. He made some timely scrambles and runs, but none bigger than that one. I mean, that touchdown was huge. And again, we got at least held to a field goal right there. But matchup wise, I thought we matched up well. We just didn't execute well.
Dabo, besides all the craziness, which I realize that's the big thing, but did you see any problems out there that kind of caught you by surprise on your guys' side?
No, I mean, I didn't. I was disappointed that we busted on the wheel route twice. That was not anything we hadn't practiced. I was disappointed we missed a couple, I thought, easy tackles early, but nothing that, we weren't prepared for. It's not like this was, if you really watch the game, you know what happened in the game. And it just self-imploded in some critical situations. And again, you got to finish. And it was routine stuff. I mean, the basics, the fundamentals, ball handling, just some basic stuff, not jumping offside on first and goal from the one. basic stuff. And, it's the weirdest game I've ever been a part of. I mean, I've been beat. I've had my butt kicked many times in my career, but I can honestly say I haven't. That's one of the strangest games I've ever been a part of.
You guys took no deep shots down the field in your passing game. Was that by design?
Well, we took a couple, but they just played everything on top of us, and that's, so we knew we could run the ball, and we did. They were gonna bend, but not break. If you watch the structure of the things that they were doing, we took one deep shot, and they had a big deep safety, and we were fortunate right there. But so we knew what we had to do, and we did. But it's kind of like, all right, let's see if they can finish, and we couldn't get our own way. And again, we got a lot of yards and a lot of first downs, and a really good start to third down, 7 or 15, but we got no points. The name of the game is points. And again, it's just routine, basic stuff that we did not do. And so maybe I would feel better if we just went out there and got stoned, when we were, 1 of 11 on third down, and we got stoned in the run game, and whatever. But that's not what happened. What happened was they held up and they finished better than we did in the critical plays that we needed to make. And you got to give Duke credit for that, because again, they might have been a little bit, but they didn't break at the end, and we didn't finish. And you look up and get beat. Just critical mistakes and errors. And, just it's a gut-wrenching thing, man. I mean, it is. We work so hard with kids. I love this team, though. I mean, I really do. I love this team. I love the staff. And, we've got to stay together. We've got to bounce back and get back to work, I mean, I know a lot of people probably going to quit on us and give up on us and throw us away. But, man, I ain't quitting, and I ain't throwing this team away. We're going to bounce back, and we're going to get better. We're going to learn from it. I love the kids in the locker room, and we'll stay together, and we'll get back to work.
Coach, easy to lose in all this. The night that Shipley had 6.7 yards to carry, 6 catches, including his first career touchdown catch. He played with a lot of heart tonight, didn't he? Yeah.
I mean, again, he put us in position. Did everything you could do. So again, it's a lot of good things. But again, the name of the game is points. If we punch a couple of those in, we're probably having a different conversation. But we didn't, and give them credit. So all we can do is move forward and see if we can go win one this week.
Coach, do you feel like that with the quick turnaround going from Monday night to Saturday, it's a little less than a 5-day turnaround? Does that help in the sense that you can kind of put this one away and refocus and get ready for the next one, and just kind of get those guys settled and get ready to get back to work once you get back to Clemson?
Probably. I mean, these guys are probably, going to be eager to get back out there and play. And this is gonna sting and leave a bad taste in our mouth for a while. But again, we all got a decision to make. It's half full or it's half empty. That's the decision that you got to make. And for me, it's half full. Always has been, always will be. That's the only thing I control is how I think and how I respond. And just let's go have a good practice tomorrow. So. Yeah, it's like a Sunday for us, but it's Tuesday in the real world, and we've got to flush this, and we've got to get back to work. We've got a lot of football. We got a tough schedule. We got a lot of great teams that we're going to play this year. We've got a lot of opportunity for this team, for sure. And hopefully we'll look back at the end of the year, and this will be a game that you scratch your head, but it made us better, and that's a choice that everybody's got to make. The good news is I think we got a really talented team, and I think we got a team that cares, a team that's made of the right stuff, and we're gonna find out, as we go and navigate this schedule. But I definitely think getting back to work right at it tomorrow, Tuesday, and let's see if we can get back to work and find a way. And listen, we have unbelievable fans. Our fans were awesome. And they're passionate, and I know they're incredibly disappointed, as they should be, and mad and angry because we let them down. We didn't get it done, but I hope they'll hang in there with us too. Just we got to stay together. We got to go win this week. Go win this week. See if we can keep moving forward.
Did you see what went wrong with 2 field goal blocks?
Low kicks.
So it's an issue of feeling as opposed to perfection.
I think so. That's what everybody in the box is pretty much telling me. That's pretty much what the replay showed. So we'll break it down and once we see it. But obviously a disappointing start for him as well.
Dabo, what was your message to Cade after the game, and what do you hope he keeps in mind this week?
I just told him, first of all, I love him, and man, this is a tough position, that you signed up for, and there's going to be a lot better days for that kid. I mean, he's a winner. He's a heck of a competitor, and he's just going to get better. All right, and I know there's going to be a lot of anger and this and that, but this kid's going to play football for a long time, and he's made of the right stuff. So he's just got to lead and learn from it, like you do. Even if we'd have won the game, we still have plenty of things that we need to grow from and improve. I just loved him up. So that's all you can do. I mean, he's hurt. I mean, he's again, nobody has worked harder than that kid, and he is prepared. And for whatever reason, there were some routine things tonight that didn't go our way. But I know the type of kid he is, and I know it's hard, and I know he's going to bounce back and continue to lead. And I think these guys are rallying. Again, it's a very disappointing locker room, but I was encouraged by what I saw in that locker room from the guys that got to lead.
I know you'll focus strictly on Charleston Southern next game, but I think, can you see a path to the playoffs with this team after a night like this?
I'm just trying to win this next game. That's the only path I want to do. I think you just put your head down. If we won this game tonight, there's nothing different. We got to go win this week. So this is college football, man. Anything can happen, right? But ain't nothing going to happen if you don't correct some of the things that we did tonight. So we just need to focus on just trying to win a game, and let's go from there. And we know we get 12 opportunities to play. We'll get what we earn after that. So just gotta keep moving forward.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom?
Dabo, this is Matt. I was just wondering, just overall, just how did you think Cade played, and then with TJ Parker, what kind of impact did you see he had tonight?
Yeah, he was an unbelievable bright spot. I mean, we've seen a lot of great things from TJ, since he got here in January. That's we expected him to play well, and I think he's a guy that's got a bright future for sure. And looking forward to watching him continue to build on what he did tonight. So a lot of good things from TJ. Again, we watched the tape, but you noticed him a lot. I mean, he's a very active player. And then what'd you say about Cade? I'm sorry. What was the first part?
Just wondering overall how you would judge the way he played.
Well, I mean, he put us in position, but again, we just didn't finish, and it's just that simple. I mean, there's just a lot of things situationally that he's got to do a better job of. I thought early, the first drive, first series, maybe, he missed a pull that probably would have gone a little ways. Ended up being a tackle for no gain, maybe. A guy ran us down off the backside. He's just got to just do the routine things a little crisper. And then obviously, again, the situational stuff like the 4th and 8, and making sure we get that. I mean, we're still in the game right there. So that was a costly deal. But he did a lot of good things. I mean, again, he's a gritty kid. He's a tough guy. He never quit. And, man, I'm glad we got it. And because I know who he is. I know what he's made of. And I know how he's going to respond.
Dabo, we talked a lot about the wide receivers this offseason. Just what did you see from them, and what do you think they need to work on?
Well, we watched the tape. We did some good things there, too. I mean, again, it was a situation where, again, they're playing a lot of coverage, and we had to hit some underneath stuff, which we did. We did have a big drop. I think it was Antonio there with a pretty big drop on that. I think it was right before the 4th and 8 that would have either got the first down or made it 4th and 1 or whatever. I think that's a play we got to make. But you know, we did some good things. But again, we threw for 200 plus. We rushed for 200 plus. So we did a lot of good things that indicate success. But what we didn't do was finish in the red zone and take care of the football. So it wasn't good enough. So everybody's got to take ownership of that. We got to get better from it.
We talked a lot the other day about that goal board and the goal of winning the opener. Just how do you move on to the rest of those goals, having fallen short in the first one?
Well, if the good Lord wakes us up tomorrow, we get a safe trip back. You know, you go back to work. I mean, that's how you move on. I mean, that's what happens in life. That's what football teaches you. I mean, you get knocked down, you got to keep moving. You get back up. When life knocks you down, you get back up. You know, you don't stay down. You don't let it define you or destroy you. You let it develop you. You know, and that's a choice. That's a decision. So that's what we got to do. We got to let this develop us into the type of team that we can be. And you know, the only thing we know we can't do is be undefeated. We can have a great year. We know we can't be undefeated, but you know, that's for sure. But you know what? We can win this week if we'll clean up some things and we'll grow from this moment. So you just got to make a decision that you know, God is still good. It's still half full, and you know, you've got a great future ahead. That's a decision that you have to make. That's how you move forward.
Got time for one or two more for Coach.
When you say basic stuff, I guess, how do you go about trying to fix that with the team? And that's the issue.
Yeah, we haven't had any of those issues in practice. It's literally ball handling. I mean, we had some critical errors right there. It's ball handling. It's ball security. It's proper angle. It's just tackling. You know, scallop technique. You know, we had a couple times where we broke down a little too soon. You know, so just back to practice, back to the basics. You know, the basic stuff. Nothing. That's the good. The good news is, if there's any good news, you know, you didn't see a horrible football team out there tonight. You saw a bad result, but you didn't see a horrible football team out there that can't play the game. You know, everything is corrected. You know, that's the good news. You know, we needed to do some things up front. We did. I think we're going to like what we saw up front. Obviously, I had a couple of miscues. We needed to be able to you know, get the run game going. We were able to do that. There was a lot of positives in the game, but we just didn't capitalize when we had the opportunities. And ultimately, that determines whether you win or lose. And Duke deserves all the credit for that.
Final one here from Zoom.
Dabo, obviously you'd like to score more than 7 points, but how did you think things went as far as Garrett calling the plays, getting the calls in, all that kind of stuff?
He did great. I mean, he's frustrated like me. He'd probably tell you the same thing. Never been a part of a game like that. It's incredibly frustrating. But I liked his poise. You know, he just kept going and he just stayed positive and he kept encouraging the guys. And I mean, we'd go right back down the field and you know, we would have a miscue there. So, but I thought he gave us an opportunity to win the game. He gave us an opportunity to punch it in multiple times, and we didn't get it done. So a really strange and disappointing game, but I thought he did a nice job. I mean, he's been really good for us. I loved his demeanor, his presence, and his poise all throughout the game. You know, he never you know, lost hope or anything like that. And I like how he responded to the guys. You know, he knows we got a chance to be a good group. And not the start we wanted. I mean, again, we got plenty of yards and stats and all that stuff, but we got our butts beat. And the name of the game is you know, finishing when we have opportunities. And so, we'll all get back to work, see if we can find a way this week.
Thank you, Coach. We have players available out in the end zone. Kate Klubnik has just started.